In the annals of the history of humanity, one epoch stands out, displaying a boundless potential which is seemingly lacking in the 41st millennium, where the scientific inquiry and the technological prowess of humanity stood unmatched. This was the Age of Technology, which is often shrouded in myth and referred to informally as the Dark Age of Technology. This era marked mankind's zenith, a point where humanity's intellectual and technological ascendancy within the Milky Way galaxy had reached its peak. Spanning from the 15th millennium AD to the ominous onset of the Age of Strife in the 25th millennium, it was a time of unprecedented innovation and expansion. Picture, if you will, a nascent human interstellar civilization with Terra, our ancestral homeworld, at its heart. This period bore witness to the birth of a stellar confederation uniting humanity in ways unparalleled by any subsequent age. Millennia have come and gone, yet humanity has failed to recapture the height of its achievement reached during this bygone golden age. However, this grand epic now resides in the dusty corridors of history, veiled in obscurity and much of its knowledge lost. What was once common has now become enigmatic legends, their veracity shrouded in darkness. The Dark Age of Technology, for all its scientific marvels, left a dark legacy, a legacy steeped in the horrors of the subsequent Age of Strife. Technologies born from brilliance were wielded as instruments of devastation, plunging countless human-settled worlds into an unremittent suffering, the likes of which would not be seen for millennia. In the wake of such calamity, innate suspicion towards reason, progress, artificial intelligence took root amongst humanity. The prevailing unease paved a way for ignorance and suspicion to flourish in the age of the Imperium. Advanced scientific knowledge, once revered, became viewed as perilous and malevolent as the forces of chaos. It is in this deep-seated fear of the unknown and collective reluctance to revisit the scientific advancements of the past that defines the Age of Technology as dark. This characterization is not limited to the elites of the Imperium, but it extends to the faithful and the clergy of the ecclesiarchy. In the Age of Technology, humanity had elevated science to the status of a deity, yet the true savior of humanity, the God Emperor, had not yet revealed himself. Thus, the Age of Technology, with its dazzling achievements and catastrophic consequences, remains a mystery, one which many believe is better left unknown, a testament to a complex interplay between knowledge and its consequences, progress and its pitfalls. As we strive forward, we unravel an intricate tapestry, that of humanity's destiny, one which is forever marked by the echoes of the past. In the annals of history, buried deep within the Imperium's archives, lies a chapter known as the Stellar Exodus. During this intriguing period, illuminated by the flickering torch of knowledge, marks humanity's inaugural foray into the cosmos. It began not with the fanfare of the Age of Technology, but with the shadowy millennia that preceded it, as early as the 15th millennium AD. At the genesis of this cosmic odyssey, our species embarked on an audacious colonization of the worlds beyond the boundaries of our solar cradle. Humanity, anchored to Terra, sowed the seeds of civilization within the nurturing embrace of the Sol system. Yet in this epoch, the shackles of sub-light speed technology bound our ambitions. Voyages beyond the solar confines spanned generations, and those who dared venture forth aboard sublight starships found themselves marooned in an unforgiving expanse of space. It was upon these distant, isolated shores that the foundations of night worlds were laid. These worlds owed their existence to the Long March vessels, each self-contained ark bearing the blueprints of formidable combat walkers, which would later be known as knights. These mechanized giants were the stalwart defenders and the tireless laborers of these nascent colonies. But trade amongst these stars was at the time an unattainable dream. The vast gulfs of space severed the fragile threads of interstellar commerce. leaving each colonized star system to its own devices. They were islands amidst a cosmic sea, cut off from their mother planet, Terra. Isolation bred self-sufficiency, a crucible of survival where each star system would forge its own destiny. The crucible would give rise to distinct languages, cultures, technologies, evolving in splendid isolation from one another. These worlds, though distant kin, grew apart, each nurturing their own unique identity. Yet the enigma of the stellar exodus still lingers. How did these courageous pioneers endure isolation? What technological secrets had allowed the night worlds to hold against the odds? Buried in their cultural tapestries and legacies, these questions seem to defy simple answers, yet they beckon us to delve deeper into the pages of the Imperium's, nay, humanity's history. As we embark on this quest for knowledge, we unravel the untold mysteries of humanity's earliest steps into the boundless cosmos. As we continue our exploration, we come upon a pivotal chapter due to the advent of the warp drive, a technological marvel that marked the true dawn of the Age of Technology. It was a marvelous leap forward, occurring sometime during the 18th millennium AD, when human ingenuity unlocked the secrets of the warp drive, along with the protective cocoon of the Geller field. Human spacecraft, once bound by the constraints of light speeds, now possessed the means to travel the cosmos with unprecedented swiftness, an incredible leap forward made possible by their newfound ability to navigate the treacherous currents of the Immaterium, an extra-dimensional realm commonly known as the warp. Here the laws of physics bent and bowed, and the vast interstellar distances became mere stepping stones in the grand cosmic design. Yet let us not be deceived by the allure of speed, for the warp was a perilous mistress. Even with the warp drive and the protective embrace of Geller fields, these intrepid vessels were not immune to the whims of this enigmatic dimension. Journeys that spanned multiple light years could still consume several standard years, and some ships, ensnared in the malevolent embrace of the warp, never emerged from its shadowy depths. It was a time of trial and tribulation, where disasters served as cruel teachers, imprinting wisdom to humanity. Slowly but surely, through bitter experience, they learned to harness the capricious nature of the warp, using it to defy the bounds of their star systems and to venture out into the cosmic unknown. With the emergence of the warp drive, humanity's domination over the Milky Way expanded exponentially. For the first time in history, interstellar trade networks hummed with life, and communication spanned the chasms of the far-flung human colonies, all centering with the cradle of humanity, Terra. This was an unprecedented connectivity which led to great opportunity. But in the boundless cosmos, humanity would soon find that it was not alone. As the tapestry of interstellar exploration unfurled, the first sentient alien races came into view, encountered by intrepid human explorers and colonists. These encounters, shrouded in mystery, would shape the destiny of both humanity and these extraterrestrial species. The development of warp drives was a turning point in the human saga, a key to unlocking the galaxy's secrets and navigating its treacherous waters. Yet as all great advances, it came with its own setbacks and challenges. In the depths of the now named Dark Age of Technology, where innovation developed at an accelerated rate, there emerged a second pivotal development, an enigma known as the psychic navigator gene. Its origins remain cloaked in mystery to this day, a riddle that has baffled Imperial scholars through the ages. Some even suggest that this was the early stages of the guiding hand of the Emperor himself. This arcane gene bestowed its bearers with a unique mantle, the navigators. These were no ordinary humans, for they possessed a latent psychic ability, a third eye of extraordinary perception, one which pierced the veil of reality. With this eerie gift, they could peer into the maddening abyss of the warp, that turbulent sea of otherworldly energy, and chart a course through the tempestuous currents These navigators became the helmsmen of humanity's faster-than-light starships, guiding them with uncanny precision. Imagine the possibilities unlocked by these psychic navigators. With their aid, human spacecraft could now embark on longer, more precise warp jumps, leaving behind the uncertain reliance on computer navigation within the chaotic realm of the Immaterium. As the centuries unfurled, navigator families, initially beholden to the industrial trade syndicates, began to wield their power and influence as autonomous forces. By the 19th millennium, they were the custodians of cosmic knowledge, the masters of the ethereal sea, and they played a pivotal role shaping the fate of humanity amongst the stars. By the 20th millennium, humanity's reach extended across countless star systems, a testament to their unquenchable thirst for exploration and expansion. It was an age of unparalleled scientific achievement, a golden era where technology held the answers to every question. Thinking machines, the tireless allies of civilians and military, toiled ceaselessly, enabling Herculean feats accomplished at unprecedented speeds. But beneath the veneer of progress and prosperity, mysteries lingered, with the unknown architects of the navigator gene, leaving humanity to question, what was their true purpose? Was it planned, or was it the intended result, or merely a byproduct of the machinations of something greater? As we delve further into the dark age of technology, one of the most profound technological advances becomes known: the standard template construct, the STC database system. These advanced computer databases were the bedrock of human colonies. Sustaining their technological prowess, within these STCs resided the sum total of human scientific knowledge, an inexhaustible wellspring of innovation. These repositories held the blueprints and instructions necessary to fabricate anything a colonist might require. Yet, paradoxically, in an age ripe with technological wonders, the majority of the colonists led modest lives, needing only the basic equipment and machinery for their daily lives. The more advanced capabilities of the STC, therefore, remained largely untapped. The result of the creation of the STCs was the unprecedented expansion of human exploration throughout the cosmos, an age of true enlightenment which was inextricably tied to hubris. Science would ascend to the throne of human worship, eclipsing all previous faith. The perfection of the STC system triggered a colonization frenzy that reached the furthest corners of the galaxy. This was the pinnacle of knowledge sharing and technological prowess, as even the most remote colony would now possess access to the entirety of human innovation and its manufacturing might. It was during this epoch that humanity first encountered one of the most powerful, intelligent alien races, the Aeldari, along with their distant sibling, the bellicose Orks. These discoveries would sow the seeds of the first human-Xenos conflicts. At the zenith of their power, humanity regarded the alien threat as inconsequential and ultimately culminated in non-aggression pacts between Terra, its colonies, and the many powerful Xeno civilizations. Throughout this era, humanity's presence in the cosmos expanded further still, leading to a rich tapestry of divergent cultures and planetary societies. Records would bear witness to wars, but none posed an existential threat to human space. Amongst surviving records lie lists of long-extinct Xenos adversaries, alongside the more familiar names such as the Aeldari and the Orks. As planets grappled with overpopulation, innovative construction materials like plasteel, ferrocrete, and rockcrete paved the way for colossal cities. These would be the progenitors of future hive cities and hive worlds. And with the advent of warp drive, interstellar transportation, commerce, and communications flourished. Human colonies would quickly forge political unity with Terra, creating an interstellar government. Yet the nature of this unified authority remains obscured within the various surviving records that are still accessible. But it wasn't just technological progress that defined this era. It was also a time of mystical emergence. Towards the end of the 22nd millennium, humanity's scientific community verified the existence of psykers, a phenomena that had lingered in legend, rumor, and pseudoscience for millennia. The sudden appearance of psykers, aside from navigators, was noted to leave nearly every human world with a conundrum. What remains baffling, however, is how these early psykers managed to evade the perils of demonic possession, which would later ravage entire worlds during the Age of Strife. Whether the warp was less infested with demons and the ruinous powers during the pre-Slaaneshi epoch remains an enigma. Initially, psychic mutations manifested in a select few within each human population, often suppressed by superstition, yet towards the twilight of the Dark Age of technology, psykers emerged in unprecedented numbers on every last human world. On more enlightened and technologically advanced colonies, these psykers were protected by law and encouraged to develop their gifts. Conversely, on less sophisticated worlds, they fell victim to witch hunts and anti-psyker purges, a testament to the duality of human progress and superstition in an era currently shrouded in mystery, which begs for resolution. In this era, one advancement would mark both the rise and fall of humanity. Artificial intelligence, cryptically remembered in the fragmentary pre-imperial records as the Men of Iron and the Men of Stone. These were no ordinary machines. They were humanoid constructs imbued with artificial intelligence, designed for both labor and warfare. Automatons driven by their relentless efficiency and their formidable capabilities played a pivotal role in securing victories for humanity in numerous conflicts. Yet, in an eerie turn of events, these intelligences would gain an abominable self-interest. These obedient servants suddenly turned on their creators, and it would be a dark chapter in human history known as the Cybernetic revolt, which unfolded in the late 23rd millennium. During this ancient conflict, both sides unleashed devastating weapons of advanced technological origin. Amongst these monstrous creations were the mechanivores, colossal thinking machines capable of upending continents and tearing chasms into planetary surfaces, their insatiable hunger even extending to consuming space-time itself as data. These were the deadly sun snuffers, serpentine monstrosities that stretched throughout the void, dwarfing Saturn's rings, designed to devour the stars themselves. A chilling testament to the power which was just at the barest of humanity's fingertips. But perhaps the most insidious of all were the omniphages, intelligent nanomachines that swarmed like locusts, consuming the entirety of world surfaces in mere solar hours. The devastation they would wrought would be unparalleled. Ultimately, an alliance of galactic powers, some possibly non-human, would emerge victorious against these abominable intelligences, but the price was staggering. The Cybernetic revolt left an indelible scar on the interstellar human society, shattering its economic strength along with its political unity, laying the groundwork for the tumultuous era which would follow, known as the Age of Strife. In the wake of this cataclysmic conflict, the collective aversion to artificial intelligence took root amongst all of humanity, leading to the birth of the term abominable intelligence, or silica animus. This dark era witnessed the emergence of servitors, cybernetic beings devoid of sentience, crafted from the bodies of condemned criminals, or lobotomized, vat-grown humanoids. Partly mechanized, they were created to replace the once revered labor force of the Men of Iron. The saga of the Cybernetic revolt remains a chilling testament to the dual-edged sword of technological advancement, which has largely been shunned in the 41st millennium. As we delve deeper, we peer into the abyss of what is left after human innovation, where the lines between creator and creation blurs, and the consequences of human ambition loom large. As the precipice of the Dark Age of technology is laid bare, we see that all things must come to an end. Even this, the grandest of epochs, will meet their fate in the twilight hours. The galactic tapestry of warp travel, once a beacon of human expansion, would begin to unravel after the actions of a certain Xenos group. A tempestuous maelstrom, known as warp storms, convulsed within the Immaterium, an ominous foreshadowing of cataclysmic events. It was during these turbulent times, within the currents of the warp, that the Chaos God Slaanesh, the Prince of Pleasure, she who thirsts, was to be violently birthed, a harbinger of impending doom. But it was not only humanity who suffered from this. The Aeldari too were destined to fall, their decline beginning in the 25th millennium. The human interstellar civilization, still nursing its wounds from the cataclysmic wars against the Men of Iron, would face another grievous blow, a death knell in their federated states. The escalating frequency and scope of warp storms severed the vital lifelines of trade and communication between human colonies, plunging their once connected realms into isolation once more. Amidst the relative seclusion, a curious phenomena emerged. Abhumans, these new mutant human subspecies, such as the hulking ogrins or the diminutive ratlings, would emerge alongside the hardy squats, all of whom would adapt to the diverse environments of various planets across the galaxy. Now that they were stranded, humanity seemed to evolve, yet the idyllic past would be replaced by a stark reality. High population worlds like Terra, reliant on trade with their interstellar brethren, suddenly found themselves unable to satiate the hunger of their teeming populations. Starvation and famine swept across these once thriving bastions of humanity, and much like throughout the rest of human history, these would cause conflicts and further still, wars. In this tumultuous era, the nascent human psykers, fresh to their newfound powers, stood as vulnerable neophytes. They teetered on the precipice at a constant risk of being consumed by demons or other malevolent entities, such as the enslavers, which were unleashed upon reality via the warp storms that were now all but ever present. The once unified interstellar human civilization, now marred by unrelenting isolation, imposed by the impossibility of warp travel, fragmented into isolated star systems and distant worlds. Demonic possession ran rampant instantly amongst psyker populations, deepening the interstellar isolation. The once great tapestry of human achievement became unraveled, descending into a bleak era marked by regression and exceedingly worsening forms of barbarism. The echoes of this chaotic epoch still ring through the annals of history as the Age of Strife would commence. This was a testament to the fragility of human progress and the inexorable, unforgiving march of time. Yet the mysteries of this era persist, inviting us to unearth the secrets which lie buried beneath the rubble of this once glorious era. These have been the records unearthed by Imperial scholar Saturni. The creation of further entries are in progress.